As a famous fictional butler once said, some men just want to watch the world burn, or in this case blow up. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 video game characters that use explosives.
One wayward pinch of potassium chloride, one errant twitch, and kablooey!
For this list, we'll be looking at some of gaming's most popular pyromaniacs and demolition experts. And mature content and spoilers lie ahead, as a warning for those of you who have short fuses.
Ron told me you were coming. I still owe him for all that butt crap with General Rancid. So you gotta hijack a train, huh? Child's play!
Number 10, Splosion Man. Splosion Man. When will scientists learn that not all experiments are good ideas? Created from an unnamed explosive material, Splosion Man holds the ability to explode up to 3 times, barbecuing any living creatures he comes across. It also doesn't help big science laboratories that he's as hyperactive as Woody Woodpecker on sugar pills. If only Michael Bay were able to make explosions this fun. This man, if you can really call him that, gets even more lethal when he's presented with explosive barrels, nuclear containers, or even donuts. Shout out to his girlfriend, Miss Splosion Man, who has the same origin and powers, but does it all with flair and stylish designer shoes. Number 9, Samantha Byrne, Gears of War 3.
Hey! Those aren't stranded! They're locust!
A badass babe with a badass shotgun, Samantha is not the kind of woman you would want to anger. Nicknamed Lovely Duchess, Samantha has dedicated a huge part of her life to fighting off the locust horde.
You killed one, a baby, and you wrecked the harbor doing it.
Almost the female equivalent to Marcus Phoenix, Samantha has proven herself to be formidable when handling grenades, sniper rifle, or Vulcan cannon. Honestly, she's probably the most sane demolitions expert on this list, as she often serves as a sort of mother figure to the COG team. We could still feel for her loss when Santiago died, though.
Take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah. You too, man.
Number 8, Ziggs, League of Legends.
Explosion first, questions later.
It's always the smaller characters that make you want to tear your hair out. Ziggs is a squirrely bombardier that is capable of taking out minions with ease. His explosives can bounce around the battlefield, or he can set remote charges to keep players from progressing through the lanes. Perhaps the most volatile weapon is the Mega Inferno Bomb, which is able to wipe out entire groups of minions and cause burning damage to enemy players. Frustrating? Yes, but it's such a relief when you can finally put the pest down and relax until he respawns.
What do you mean this doesn't look safe?
Number 7, Fatman, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty.
Bombs tell the time with every moment of their existence, and nothing else announces its own end with such a fanfare.
Not every bomb-obsessed maniac is on the lovable side. In fact, Fatman has a backstory that's just downright disturbing. The man built an atom bomb when he was only a child. Mix in the issues of being bullied and bringing a gun to school, and you've got yourself a genuine terrorist, despite his serious nature. It's kinda hard to take him seriously when we see him riding by on skates.
It's time to start the party!
Fatman's final outing was the Big Shell incident, where he rigged multiple bombs throughout a cleanup facility in New York. After suffering a fatal wound from Raiden, Fatman succeeded in detonating the facility, causing thousands of gallons of oil to begin polluting New York Harbor. Talk about going out with a bang.
What did you just do? What is this?
Number 6, Crazy Ivan, Command & Conquer, Red Alert 2.
I think you will like this, General. The demolitions expert known as Crazy Ivan is among your forces here.
Oh, those Russians and their bomb-crazy stereotypes. With an unlimited supply of explosive ammunition, there's no telling what these units could do next. They can strap bombs to their enemies, allies, or even an innocent cow.
Kaboom! You want to play with matches?
Using these techniques makes them capable of blowing up entire ore refineries or war factories. If it's in your base and it isn't on fire or in pieces, Crazy Ivan will be sure to fix that. Just make sure you have enough engineers so you can pick up the pieces.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Number 5, Plague Knight, Shovel Knight. This insane in the brain alchemist is one of the most challenging bosses in Shovel Knight. Plague Knight is equipped with potions that can create waves of fire, launch himself into the air, or even create platforms to detonate when you least expect it. In 2015, Developer Yacht Club Games put players in Plague Knight's shoes, giving the Maniac a more captivating story than the main character. We find that he has a goal separate from his colleagues, he has friends among his army, and most shockingly, has a conflict of romance. Goofy, ambitious, and kinda psychotic, how can you hate the guy? Number 4, Junkrat, Overwatch.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
There's no doubt about it, Junkrat has become one of Overwatch's most dangerous and annoying characters. After a terrible disaster, Junkrat's home became polluted with radiation, causing him to become kinda mentally unstable. With his personal bodyguard, Roadhog, Junkrat has become a notorious criminal, chased by bounty hunters aplenty.
You won't get rid of me that easily.
Looking sorta like a Mad Max cosplayer, this outlaw wields an arsenal consisting of a frag launcher, bear traps, and a concussion mine that's useful for launching him up into those hard-to-reach places. If that wasn't enough, the Riptire device, which is his ultimate, has become his most notorious weapon, known for stealing many a play of the game with team-wiping explosions. And one last thing, if you somehow manage to end his kill streak, try not to stick around for too long.
10 seconds.
Number 3, Tiny Tina, Borderlands 2.
All around the stacks is plants. The stalker chased the bandit. The stalker thought 'twas all in fun. Pop! Goes the bandit.
What other combination could be more hazardous than explosives and adolescence? Tiny Tina may be younger than most of the Borderlands cast, but she's also one of the most reckless and unstable. Hey, that kind of stuff will happen to you when your parents are kidnapped by Handsome Jack. Poor girl was even forced to watch their deaths, eventually managing to escape with only a single grenade.
Fine-ass women's could stop that train for yous, but I'ma need their badonkadonks first, and they got stole by the bandits a few days ago. Go get 'em!
Despite her unpredictable behavior, Tina is a hilarious, never-ending stream of butt jokes and sexualized bunny plushies. It's really no joke, she often refers to rockets as badunkadunks. Plus, she's also a pretty kick-ass dungeon master in, Bunkers and Badasses.
As your bunker master, I will be spinning today's tale of fantasy and...
Wait, why the hell are we playing this kids game?
Oh, you know, maybe because... Shut the hell up, Morty!
Number 2, Demo Man, Team Fortress 2.
What makes me a good demo man? If I were a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you now, would I?
You think Junkrat was a pain in the backside? You must not have played Team Fortress 2. He's dangerous, he's deranged, and he's wicked drunk.
I gotta make it out. I'm a black Scottish cyclops.
Meet the Demo Man, a beer bottle smashing bombardier whose tactics rely on using modified grenade launchers. These babies can launch not just regular grenades, but also proximity mines that can stick to walls, turning passageways into deadly traps. Oddly enough, the Demo Man has some pretty good aim for someone who lacks depth perception. How did he lose that eye anyway? Unfortunately, that's probably a question we'll never get an answer to.
Oh, they're going to have to glue you back together in hell!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Landmines is a target point ability which will place an invisible landmine onto the ground. With enough time and mana, you can have up to 20 mines on the map at once.
Number 1, Bomberman, Bomberman franchise. You didn't think we'd forget about the granddaddy of video game bombs, did ya? Bomberman has been blasting since the 80s, and he's a gaming mascot that no one could forget. His bombs may start small at first, but they can prove to be most devastating when power-ups are stacked. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing an enemy flee only to be caught in a massive cross of fire. He's simple in design, intimidating with weaponry, and a destroyer of friendships when it comes to multiplayer. Yes, we are looking at you, Bomberman 64. Do you agree with our list? Which video game characters did you find the most destructive?
They got more and they got the likes of me.
For more top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I'll give the general this. He does make a very pretty bomb.